Hello guys, to ranking nerf lines. Today we are taking a look at nerf Fortnite. If you don't know my channel, I rank plenty of different lines like Zombie Strike, Rebel, Elite, Elite 2.0. I have a playlist on my channel if you'd like to check that out. But today it's nerf Fortnite, and in the poll it won by a long shot. If you want to help vote for the next line I rank, there's polls on my channel you can do as well. But today is nerf Fortnite. Yay! So let's just get right into it. There will be 50 blasters on this list. So at number 50 is the Combat SMG. This thing holds 8 rounds, an internal magazine that is a Flywheeler, that its ergonomics are terrible. First of all, 8 rounds is not enough for a Flywheeler, and you'll run through that really fast, and reloading this thing just kind of sucks, to be honest. The stock is too short, and the barrel is probably the lowest barrel I've ever seen on a blaster, and I have no clue how you're supposed to even aim this thing. If you put a scope on it, that scope is 6 inches away from the barrel, so aiming this thing and actually getting it accurate is probably impossible. This thing is terrible in pretty much every way, so 50. 49 is the Flare. The Flare is pretty much a break action mega jolt. T-pole on the bottom. My issue with this thing is the break action is completely useless because you can just load around just straight into the barrel, pretty much getting rid of the reason why a flare gun is a flare gun, because the break action is completely useless on this blaster, and because of that, it's bad. That was a miss in every way. So 49. At 48 is the flintlock. Now, please, if you're looking at this, do you see a flintlock? Because I don't see a flintlock. I see a weird red pistol thing. It's hammer action, but just because how the hammer's built, you really only prime it with 2 hands, which is kind of dumb. And it looks like a bent pipe. It looks like a bent pipe. And its performance is underwhelming, hitting around 50 FPS. And with that, let's get to 47. At 47 is the RL, the rocket launcher. This thing is a hamp with, the blaster doesn't look that bad, but it is just a hamp with 2 very uncomfortable handles and a faux trigger. I don't know why you would want this one. There's plenty of other rocket hamps that are better than this. If you want just because of the look, fair enough, but those handles do not do it for me. So this thing is at 47. And at 46 is the Ripley version. It's just a hamp with crappy handles. I'm not giving it anything. 46. At 45 is the Pump SG. I know this thing has been called the worst blaster ever in every aspect, stuff like that. To me, it's not. Because, yes, is it just one shot? Yeah, that's fair. It's way too big for one shot. It's one shot mega. Breach loading. It's pump action. The thing is, this shell is actually pretty insane. It's probably one of the best shells in Fortnite. It's perfect. It fits well. The stock is actually a stock. This thing gets a lot of hate, and that's fair. It is just one shot. If it was 2 shot, I'm pretty sure everyone would love this blaster. But it's 45 for being a one shot with a really, really good shell, in my opinion. 44, another break action. The Halftone Hero is a break action blaster that the break action is completely useless because the barrels do not move. You load 6 rounds into it. You can rip that big front part off and literally just have a 6-round hammer action pistol. It's okay. It's just way too big for what it is, and you can shrink it down pretty easily just because the break action doesn't do anything. It's 44 just because of its hammer action, and the handle looks pretty comfy. At 43, the legendary TAC. This is a 6-round pump action shotgun. Issues with this guy. The pump literally is missing like a quarter of its pump, so it's actually hard to grab that pump handle. The handle is just crazy big, which is fine, and the stock is crazy short. The stock is way too short. The pump is weird, and I don't like that. But it is 6-shot mega, so go buy a 6-shot mega pistol instead. Because this guy, I don't think, does it at all. It was cool when I first saw it, but when I really went in depth with it, it just doesn't hold up. It does have AccuStrike Mega Darts, though, so there is that. 42, the GL, the rocket launcher. This thing is another Hamp Blaster. It holds 6 rockets, and that is the only thing that it has above everything else. It has 6 rockets, because its stock is too short. Its design is actually broken because the Fortnite rockets don't bend the fins like the old rockets did. These fins are straight. So when you try and fire it through this barrel, it will bounce along the barrel, making it way worse, way inaccurate, and losing power. So the only reason it's 42 is because it has 6 rockets. That is it. 41, the TS. This is the shotgun. It holds 4 mega rounds in, honestly, way too big of shell for only 4 mega rounds. And that pump is facing the wrong direction, so pumping this guy is uncomfy, to say the least. But everything else is pretty alright. If you're okay with 4 rounds and a weird pump grip, have at it. But in my opinion, it's 41. At 40, the Doggo. It's a one-shot Jolt. It's a Jolt, so it hits Jolt performance. It's small. The issue is its little hand grip part. Jolts do not need hand grips. Your hand will not fit in there that well. But it is shaped like a dog. It's a Doggo. It's a Jolt. You can't go wrong with it. 40. 39. The SMG Micro Edition. Again, you're going to have issues holding that thing in your hand because of the mag in front. If you have some big knuckles, it's just not going to feel great. And also, that handle I know for a fact is not holding more than 2 fingers. 39. 38. The Boom Bow. This thing is a one-shot mega bow, which honestly I could have fun with. You load one shot, you pull it back, you fire. Just one shot mega. You just pull back, release, fires 1 mega. Seems kind of fun to me. It's a cool design, cool shell. Probably a little small, but I like it. 38. 37. The ARL Micro Edition. This thing, again, the mag will probably affect your handle. But also, that is barely 2 fingers on that thing. That last finger is on its priming bar. So, again, Nerf does not care about the handles on the Jolts. So, 37. 36. The Grappler. Grappler, again, the handle. It's a Jolt. It's a pretty cool Jolt. But that handle, oh my, that handle. That handle, I think, is going to barely fit your thumb, let alone 3 fingers. I like how it has grooves for 3 fingers. That thing's holding 2 at best. 36. 35. The HCR Micro Edition. This is still Jolt. And again, way too small of handle. Nerf, you're just not doing well here. T-pole, one shot. Jolt performance, 35. 34, the LP. This is probably the 1911, and this is the most accurate to a real gun Nerf has ever made. Now, why is this only 34? It's only one shot. It's top prime, The handle is so square, it does not feel good in the hand. I own this one. And your rounds, like, it sits too far outside the barrel to make it inaccurate. But it's nice. It has a cool design that honestly should not be even part of Nerf because how realistic it is. But I put it at 34. 33, the DPE. The two blasters that came in this pack. They hold 3 rounds each in an internal magazine, and that top part right there is to prime each of them. But it's so bad that trying to prime them is not going to be fun, and reloading it is even going to be worse. This should never have came in a 2-pack. You will never use these both at once. So 33, the gimmick absolutely failed. 32. The Thunder Crash. This thing is the opposite of the other Jolts. This handle is actually way too thick. To get your whole hand around it is actually not comfy. But it is a Jolt. It actually has a handle you can hold. 32. 31. Same thing pretty much, just in the Rainbow Smash, which I like better than the Thunder Crash. Did not even mean to rhyme with that one. But 31. At 30 is the HCL. This is a top prime one-shot Mega Blaster. The handle is small but is very comfy. The top prime works fine. It is big for one-shot Mega, but if you want to wield a pretty big Desert Eagle, comical Desert Eagle, you can. 30. 29, same thing, but purple, because I like the purple one more than the yellow. 28, the Battle Bus. The Battle Bus is a Jolt that holds 1 round, T-pull, and is actually the closest to a Jolt, which means you can actually get your hand on this one. Your hands all the way around this one. It's probably the best handle so far. So, 28. 27. The Yond 3R, whatever this name is. This is another Jolt, but it actually is probably better than any other Jolt because it has a big handle. And it looks like it has enough room for your hand. And it even has little bars at the bottom to make sure your whole hand fits onto it. So with that, this Jolt is 27. 26, just the normal Jolt Llama. Like, when this one came out, everyone wanted it. It's the Jolt Llama. It's not perfect. Your hand doesn't feel great in the hand just because how the design is made with the plastic. But it's a Jolt Llama. I have 2 of them. They're awesome. 25, the Primal. Primal is a 4-shot rear T-pull blaster. This blaster's handle is way too square. It does not look comfy. The T-pull looks like it can break pretty easily. But the design is cool. It's a 4-shot pistol. You can't really go wrong. It is a bit big. So 25. At 24, the SP Ripley. This is the one that the 2-pack, this was the original. It came in this in yellow. And it's just internal 3-round blaster that has a scope on it, which makes it insanely easy to prime. The other ones, they removed the scope and put this dumb mechanism that didn't work. This one works really well and comes with a silencer. And honestly, is pretty decent for a war. If you had to use it, you wouldn't be that opposed to using this one. 24. 23, the TS. This is an amazing handle in my opinion. It looks like it fit your thumb very nicely. It's another Jolt. It's 1-shot Jolt performance, but it is a very nice ergonomic one. 22, the Bombs Away. Again, looks like It will fit your hand pretty okay. And the design of this one is weird, but I like it. And it's a Jolt. There's nothing really more you need. 21. The RL. This one was probably the most comfy one I ever hold. It's just a mini rocket launcher that the handle is pretty much perfect. It fits your hand very nicely. And it's a one-shot Jolt. And then at 20, which should be the final Jolt, I'm pretty sure, is the Peely. Its ergonomics are beautiful, and it's a banana. That's a Jolt. What more would you ever want? 19, the BAR. This is a Flywheeler that has its mag in the rear. That means it has to travel through a very long barrel. That barrel is probably over a foot long. So its performance will be trash. But it is a cool looking blaster. The ergonomics look actually pretty nice. Maybe a bit compact, but I like it. The issue is just the amount of barrel it has to travel through, so its performance will not be that great. 18, the Heavy SR. This is the 50 caliber sniper rifle. Holds a magazine of 6 rounds of Mega. It has a scope. It has a bipod that is honestly the most flimsy thing ever. And for some reason in this picture, that barrel, the barrel thing at the front, the air braking thing, is sideways. But the stock is too short. The handle does not feel great. It's too small. And the scope is just pure plastic. It doesn't give you anything cool like long shots did. So it is cool, but prices were cut on this one. So 18. 17, the ARL. This is just, again, it's just going to be a Strife. Flywheels, 10 round magazine, but it is one of the first blasters they released. It's the Scar, and honestly, it works. It's nice. It feels good enough. The stock does not feel great, but 10 rounds, Flywheeler magazine, you can switch them out. There's even a little llama on the magazine, which I thought was funny. And with that, 17, not bad whatsoever. At 16, same thing, but the purple version, because I just like the purple better than yellow. 15, the Goosebumps version? I don't know. It's spray painted. It looks like it is, at least has some stuff to it, and has a black magazine for some reason. So with that, 15. 14 is the Ripley version. There are a lot of versions of this Scar. The Ripley version I really like. A little bit clear. You can see the electronics and stuff. Pretty nice. 13. This one, I think, is just a better shell. Exact same Flywheeler 10 round magazine. It doesn't have the cool Fortnite magazine. That's just a normal bent 10 rounder. But I like this one more. I feel like it will feel a bit better in the hand. Stock, pretty much the same. These blasters are really close. Just for ergonomics wise, I would prefer this one. And that's all I got on this one. And at 12 is the blue shock version, which I think just looks cooler. It's lightning bolts on it and stuff. Like, why would you not? 11 is the IR. This is a really big Flywheeler. Again, it's just pretty much a Jolt. Wait, no, sorry. Not a Jolt, a Strife. Flywheeler only comes with a 6 round magazine. But the thing about this one is you can detach the barrel. Like, that front part is a barrel attachment that you can put other barrel attachments on. And the stock detaches. It has a really big, nice handle. And can actually become pretty small. Or be really big, like this big rifle. With this size, your performance will drop. But taking it all down just a little, well, like double the size of a Strife. But a little-ish, like just run around little electric 6 round magazine blaster. and it's mags, so you can put in a bigger magazine, stuff like that. I just think this one works better, and you can fix the ergonomics on it pretty easily with barrel attachment and stock attachment points. 10 is the SMG Zesty. This is a 10-round top prime blaster, spring-powered top prime. It has a silencer on the front that you can remove, and a stock attachment point that you can remove. The stock's not very great, but you can make this thing a compact SMG, which I think is pretty cool, and the sight on it I honestly love, and its ergonomics are not bad at all. So that, it's coming in at 10. At 9 is the DG. This is pretty much supposed to be, the mobster machine gun. And honestly, I like the looks of it, and I like how it is a, what is this? This is a 14 or 15 round cylinder blaster that is pump action, actually. The first ones that came out, I saw some of them break, but I haven't seen that since. Pretty sure, I'm not completely sure. Its stock looks like it's a little short, but I don't think that really matters because you're hip firing this guy. Don't think there's slam fire. I think it's just pump action, which is fine. But the design of it is really cool, and I really like it. And the handle looks to be perfect. The only issue that you might have is that trigger well looks to be a little small. At number 8 is the SR. This is a 4-round hammer action blaster. You load them in the front, and honestly, a 4-round hammer action blaster is probably the best pistol on this list. The handle is way too big, but that does not really matter. The only issue you'll have with your hand is the handle can be a bit thin, but that's fine. So 8 is a hammer action 4-round smart AR pistol. And at 7 is the banana version of it. So yeah. At 6 is the Fortnite original sniper. This guy is just very nice. Its ergonomics are very good. I like it. The stock could be a bit short for some people, but I don't think that's going to be much of an issue because it's a pretty decent stock. It is a bolt action, but the cool thing about this bolt action, it has slam fire, and it's pretty easy to slam fire this thing pretty dang fast. And it's a 6-round magazine, but like I said, you can put in a different magazine and just have a crazy full auto sniper rifle. Just slam firing it. And with that, I put it at 6. At 5 is the blue version, because I like blue better than yellow. And it comes with some weird targets. At 4 is the Storm Scout. This is pretty much the updated version of the sniper, which actually has a stock that will fit everyone. It looks to be perfect. The handle, amazing. And it even has a place for your actual front hand now. And I really like the barrel break on this guy. And the scope is removable, I'm pretty sure. It is a 6-round bolt action blaster. And again, does have slam fire and can take a bigger magazine. So 4. At 3 is an actual real bolt action blaster. This one, the stock is too short. That's true. But this is probably the smallest bolt action blaster we've ever gotten. And it's a very smooth and nice bolt action. Holds a 6-round magazine, but like I said, you can put bigger mags into it. And the bolt action I really like. The handle looks to be just fine. Maybe a little bit square. But yeah, with that bolt, it's just a really cool, fun blaster that I know kids would love. So 3. At 2 is the SMG-E, which is pretty much a Strife without its attachment points. Nice handle. It looks cool. And yeah, 6-round magazine that's stylized only for this blaster. Like I said, you can put in a bigger magazine too to have just a semi-auto Flywheeler. this thing is pretty, like I said, it's just the closest thing to a Strife, but it just doesn't have its attachment points, which some people might think that's better. And has a big jam door, which you can clear jams pretty easily in this one. And what's at number 1? Well, the yellow version, because actually, I think the yellow version is the best version. It's also the rarer version, too. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching me rank all of Nerf Fortnite. And that was a lot of blasters. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you next time.